Hello, hello. Welcome on in. Sorry, I'm late. I wanted to start each day this week earlier. But today I had to record some shit. And then I had like the unrelated. I had the crash out of a century. I had to deal with something. I was just like, oh, but I'm good. Lasted like a little bit. But I got a thing taken care of. Again, unrelated to any of this. But that's all good. Also, on top of that, earlier, before I could start recording, I was getting ready to record. Then my cat walked in and he was like walking like a little funny, and I was like looking at him and I was like, he seems fine, but like he's walking a little funny. He had a chunk of poo, like really dry, stuck to his butt. And he walked into the room and he just like wiped it straight on the rug. I was like, oh, he did the like the butt drag thing. I was like, no, no. So I had to clean that. So there were a lot of little things that just delayed me today. But yeah, he looked me in the eyes, and he doesn't do this often, but occasionally he does. Thankfully, it was super dry, but this rug is expensive. Okay, I have a couple things that I've spent money on. It's my computer, obviously, my mattress, my computer chair, and this rug. I got a nice rug, okay? It's a nice rug. It's not an IKEA rug for $50. It's a nice rug. I love this thing. It's so comfortable, it's thankfully easy to clean. Wonderful. But, of course he has to just wipe his ass on it. I was like, couldn't you go literally anywhere else? I have all these other rugs and all these other spots that are like cheap and shitty, like, and he comes to this one because it feels so good, because it feels so nice, because it's such a good rug. I was like, man, wiped his butt on my rug. Again, he looked me in the eyes too. It's a cat thing though. What can you do? So that's what I did. So I sat there and cleaned that, and then had to record stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out and grab food and just give myself a minute. And something totally unrelated to any of this stuff. Moo. I was given a piece of information about a thing, and I just had to like let myself crash out for a bit. And then now I treated myself. I got a little sody pop. Ooh, day is good. Thank you for the bits. Thank you all for the bits. Thank you anyone who resubbed. We got Leak pushing for 37 months. It's crazy. Unaku, Allah with the tier 3. Meowsers with the tier 3. Bro and Comrade resubs, or, well, Comrade gifted us up. Thank you all.
The Geegler.
It's a soda pop of choice. I chose Mountain Dew. I chose the one that's the worst for me because I wanted to treat myself. Damn, you're leaving too. What do you mean too? Oh, because Matara. I was like, yes. Yes. Sorry, it's been a little bit. I am. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming out. Oh, I have to give my friend a thing. I got my friend a little gift. I have to give it to her. But I think the only wrapping paper I have looks like Christmas. But it's like in a cardboard box that has a bunch of shit on the outside. Ooh. What do? Do I slap a bow on it and go, here you go? Or do I use the Christmas paper anyway? I think I use the Christmas paper anyway. I think I do. I don't know. Find the funniest newspaper you can find. Actually, newspaper's a cute one. That is a cute one. I could do that. It's fun to rip a present open. Yeah, right? Like, I think gift bags are cool, but the ripping of the paper, it's nice. It's nice. There's something good about it. Say, huh, Christmas came early. Huh. That's right. I hand it to them. I do a DJ Khaled. Huh. Huh. I could. A box and a box and a box and a box. I just don't think I have anything like that. I don't think I have one other cardboard box that's huge. Enormous, and that's it. So I don't know. No, so no, thank you for that tier 3. Thank you for the tier 3. I appreciate it. You said you've been here for 2 years. Woof. Woof. It's a long time. Hi, Wolfie. How are you? He's staring at me. Put it in the Monster Hunter crate. I am not giving anyone my novelty Monster Hunter crate. It was such a cool PR thing that they gave me. Oh, meow. Yeah, I hear you. It's a cool crate. It has the like logo on the top. It has the on the inside it has a personalized letter to me, okay? With like embossed lettering. I'm not giving up my Monster Hunter crate. Nuh-uh. No way. Stux, thank you for the tier 3. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, if you do get gifted a sub, we have a subs only chat in the Discord that'll sometimes drop like game codes in or room codes and things, lobby codes as we're playing stuff. But if you're tier 3, there's a tier 3 sub chat specifically. And we do something really important in there daily, and I think you should check it. It's really important. We have a daily game we play, and I think if you haven't seen it yet, you should go look at it. It's really important. If you know, you know. Did you play High Booster? Did you play Night Rain yet? No, I'm going to play for the first time on Saturday. I don't know if I'll stream that, but I'll be with Joel. I'll be the Joel. We're going to play it. It's going to be good. And Noro. So I think the two of them will probably stream it. Maybe I'll just go live on the alt just to do it. I don't know. I don't usually stream Saturdays and everything, so, you know. But yeah. Did you play a lot of Elden Ring to prepare for it? Nope. Not at all. Not at all. I played Elden Ring initially. I haven't even played the... I haven't even played the DLC. Oh, it's gonna be so cooked. Hey, but the type of gameplay I'm best at is like melee shit, so, you know. I'm a person with like 5,000 hours in Monster Hunter, the franchise, like total. So, I'll be okay, I think. I did play Lies of P twice, because I love that game. I love that game so much. I think that's the one for me. When I think about Souls-likes, I think it's a hashtag the one. I like it. I like it. But, you know, we'll be fine. The DLC's so good. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until I have a little time to just sit down and no life it for myself. And I'm gonna go crazy with it. I'm gonna go crazy with it. It's gonna be good. You spent most of Night Rain trying to unlearn Elden Ring habits? Yeah, maybe I'll be better off. I don't know. I don't know. We have a lot of collabs and things. I have Night Rain this Saturday. We have me, Amma, and Nagi are gonna play Apex, and I'm thinking it's gonna be next week. I think we're gonna do Thursday night. We've been meaning to do that, so yeah, we're gonna play Apex Legends, which I used to play a lot of. I always really liked Apex. I haven't played in so long, so I'm gonna play a little over the weekend to like refresh myself. My aim will be shit, absolutely, because it's been so long, but I just want to relearn, like, I just want to check out what the guns feel like, you know, and I'll be okay. Did you play ranked? Back in the day, I did. I was like gold or plat a lot of the time, depending on who I was playing with, or if I was, you know, solo, or if I was playing a lot or not, you know. But it was fun. I always liked Apex a lot. Didn't reach Masters in that one season? No. In Overwatch, I was top 500 season 1. Woo! For quite a bit of it. I was a Diamond Genji player most of my time, depending on how much I played. I was a stinker. I was a stinky Genji. I was, man. So sorry, just joined. Are you happy leaving V Shoujo? You spelled it with a U. There's no U in it. Yeah. Yep. return of the IGL. Hey, Esports is coming back, okay? IPN was in the chat the other day. Esports is making a full comeback. Ocean Man, thank you for the tier 3. Appreciate it. 80% of the players were masters in one of the seasons because Apex ranked system was insanely bad. Was it that bad? Jesus, I don't think I played during that season. No. That sounds disgusting, man. That sounds crazy. That's insane, man. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. You're fine. You're fine, dude. Caught the season, me and Texas go master. Ooh. Yeah, I need to train up, man. I don't know. I always really liked Apex. Out of all the BRs, all the shooters that are out there right now that are like currently popular. Obviously, it's slowed down, but I feel like the esports scene for it is still more fun. And I don't like tactical shooters very much. I like need movement, so I have a good time with Apex, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. We've been meaning to play it. It's a Titanfall blooded it. I love Titanfall so much. Yeah, I really like a lot of boomer shooters. I like a lot of games that have a lot of movement mechanics. So the end of Titanfall made me really sad. Genuinely made me really sad. But you know, and Apex doesn't have everything that Titanfall has movement wise, but it still maintains some of that, and it still does have a lot of speed, and there's a lot of like moving between positions very quickly to maintain advantage, and I think that still keeps it fun for me, even if it's not perfect, but we'll see. Titanfall 2 was so good. Yeah, when they reopened the servers and we were able to kind of relive it for a bit, I had such a good time, and you can still do it. You can still do it. It's just that most of the players on there are like ultra sweaty. So just know that. Quake, I was a big Quake player. I come from the boomer era of loading up Quake all the time, all day, every day, and just playing nothing but Quake. So yeah, that was my shit. And I think that's why I like what I like, right? Like that's why I love as they call it, Devil May Quake. I really love Ultra Kill a lot. So, you know, that's where my brain's at. Does Apex still have a chill community? Yeah, pretty much. I think that was another thing I liked about it, was everyone was just pretty normal in comparison. So, hi Beetle. Are you still playing Dune? Not really. I had a really good time with it, but like my friends are no-lifing it. Like they're putting so many hours into it, and I cannot keep up with them. I could if I streamed it and played it off stream afterward. Then I could keep up with it, but there's just no way. There's no way I'm doing all that, man. I do love playing with them, though. I do. We count on some Quake 3 versus chat someday. I wouldn't be opposed to loading some old shit up. Actually, we're gonna load some old shit up today. We're gonna play two things today, so we'll get there. Not yet. In a little bit. In a little bit. Doc, thank you for the 22 months. Gigi, thank you for the 3 months as well. Appreciate it. No, not Pikmin, but maybe after. I kind of want to do like a nostalgia summer. I think a nostalgia summer would be good, where we play a mix of new stuff and just some old shit. You guys know GameCube era is my favorite. I will gladly replay games I've played before a billion times if I like them. Wind Waker on Switch 2. I have replayed the entirety of Wind Waker on stream, but what we did was we played it with crowd control, so people could like spawn shit on me. They could hit my jump button while I was in the middle of trying to jump across the slippery ice island on a timer. Things like that. That was really fun. But yeah, we already did all of Wind Waker. We did replay a bunch of Pikmin games. I want to do that again, actually, because they're not very long. And then We're gonna redo Sunshine. Every other summer, I redo Sunshine. So we've got a couple GameCube era things, and then I'm gonna check out what's on the Switch too, as well. Anything Nintendo, we're loading up. We're loading up any new shit that comes out. But let's check right now. Is the GameCube emulator, like, is that available? Is that a thing right now? Can I just get it right now? Sorry, I haven't used my Switch 2 that much other than for Mario Kart. Let me look. I think needs it. I think I'm gonna make sure I grab it right now so I don't forget. But I do want to go through that and see like what they've got and maybe open some stuff up because you know, it was just my favorite. It was my favorite era. Switch 2 has Wind Waker, F-Zero GX, and Soul Calibur 2. Oh, those were all my favorites. Those are like, dude, F-Zero GX was like, I can't begin to tell you how many hours I put into that game. I min-maxed the fuck out of it. It was really good. It was really, really, really good. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I'm in the eShop. Search. I'm gonna search for GameCube. GameCube. There we go. Oh my god, there it is. Free download, yes. Yes. Confirm I have read everything, yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. The sense of speed in F-Zero GX is so good. Yeah, they got the proportions down on everything. They really did. I don't know, man. They just get it. They just get it. Is it in the platinum tier subscription? I have the highest tier because I'm so cool and stuff. No, because I have the family plan and I put family members and friends on there because no one wants to buy it alone. They're all on there. Not enough free space. Because I have some stuff downloaded on here that I don't need. I see. Let's get rid of some stuff. There's some games on here I am just not gonna play. There's just no way. There's no way I'm getting to them. I'm not deleting Mario Golf, however. Mario Golf Super Rush will always stay on here because I will always try so hard to get people to download it and to play it. It's unmatched, man. It's unmatched. And everyone's like, Mario Golf, you know, I don't know if I like golf games. They've never tried speed golf, okay? They don't know the joys, the wonders. I also have to get, you know what I realized? My my SD card from my Switch does not work in my Switch 2 because there's some sort of special enhanced SD card. There's a slightly better one. I believe it just has better like read or write speeds or something, and I don't know. But I have to get one. So I will have space for everything once I do that. I only have enough space on the Switch 2 for, you know, whatever's there. Yeah, the Express, that's the word. Yeah, the SD card Express. I need that so I can actually download shit. But we'll get there. You've seen a lot of people just hate that game and you don't know why. Mario Golf? I don't know. I don't know. It's good. It's a good game. So, I'm going to go and grab an SD card Express sometime soon, and then I'll be able to play everything on here. I want to just try everything. I have yet to do it, but I want to, relatively soon, hit up Salmon Run. I really love Splatoon. I really do. So, I want to just off stream, I'm just going to play it. Glad it's got a decent drive built into it. I've been really happy with it so far. There are a couple of games that have opened up, and they run so much better on this thing than the Switch one that it's actually kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I'm awaiting a new Animal Crossing. I don't know when they'll do that. It might be a long time. I don't know. The last Animal Crossing had a lot of things about it that were really cool, but it lacked a lot of the old soul, as they say, or whatever. A lot of the old personality that the older games had, so people kind of got tired. They just kind of stopped. So, I want that back. I want the older feeling back. You know, are they gonna put the first Animal Crossing on the GameCube emulator? Because if that's on there, I think they said they might. If that's on there, dude, we should go on like a short Animal Crossing arc. Short as in like end of each stream, play a little bit, 30 minutes, you know? Something like that. Yesterday, Nintendo made an Animal Crossing tweet for no reason. Let me see. Let me see. Like Nintendo of America? They did. They posted a character sitting there at a desk. Kinda in the same format as like Lo-Fi Girl a little bit. And they said, vibing. Hashtag Animal Crossing New Horizons. Is it something music related? Or is it that they're putting Animal Crossing on the GameCube emulator? Or, yeah, maybe a Switch 2 version specifically, right? They might take the same game, add an update, and put it on the Switch 2. Which I hope they don't. I hope they just do a next game entirely. It's a rumor the Direct the next month will have a last thing about Animal Crossing. I feel like a July Direct with an Animal Crossing announcement would make sense because people often play this game over the summer specifically, right? When they're like home a lot and they just it's hot, they want to stay inside because it's too damn hot. I think it might be the right time. Plus, they release big things over the summer and like October. That way, it's ready for holiday time. I don't know. If they announce it for holiday 2025, I think they also like to. So the seasons in game change with your actual seasons, right? And I feel like they like to release these games spring or summer, so you have like this very green, lush environment. I don't know if they would release these games when the in-game season would be fall or winter, right? I just feel like they wouldn't do that. So either they'd release something for summer if it's a new game, or it's next year, or it's, you know, like something else. Yeah, right. And they already have stuff like ready to go. I also don't think they would release a new Animal Crossing game when a lot of people don't have their consoles yet. Right? I feel like they would wait on that too. That's just my guess. Okay, ooh, GameCube emulator, I got it. Wow, they just have the 3. F-Zero GX, Wind Waker, and Soul Calibur 2. Oh, I played so much Soul Calibur 2. I remember when they put Link in this game. They put Twilight Princess Link in there, and I was like, that's so freaking cool, man. Okay, good. Well, I have it. I'm gonna close it. Oh, I have to get my game cartridge for 3D All-Stars. I have to grab it and put it in here so we can play, what's its name? Sunshine. If we can. Kind of like the winter season of farming games. Get to do some more fishing or mining for a while. Yeah, I did too. I did too. Depends on the game, but overall agreed. Okay, let me check something. Let me check a thing. I'm trying to get my schedule for the day together. Okay, there we go. I'm checking. Zen, did Zen play repo with people today? Or did she not? Has she been hanging out with people and chatting? Did they open that game? She did? Okay. Yeah, she messaged earlier about it, and I was like, eating. And was not going to be starting yet, so I was like, oh, I don't know if I can join. She had to leave early, might have a concussion. She bumped her head. What? What? Oh no. I just messaged her, but hold on. Without knowing about her bumping her head, I was like, hey, you still playing or nah? Okay, I just sent her another message. What'd she do? She hit her head on a door frame. Ooh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things, if you think you might be concussed, like, you don't deal with that. You don't deal with that and just say, oh, I'll just tough it out. Oh, I'll just ignore it. You know, like, you go and get it checked, so that's good. Hopefully it's nothing crazy. Adele, thank you for the tier 3 for 37 months. Thank you. It can be scary to venture out from the umbrella of a massive megacorp. Why'd you word it that way? No. Nothing will change. Honestly, I could start a megacorp. I would be fine, man. I would be aight. Okay. I need to, sorry, the next couple days, I'm going to be getting so many messages that I sometimes have to, like, check in a timely fashion. So if I'm checking DMs on stream, apologies. I usually like to not do that at all. But I'm just making sure I keep on everything. So I'm doing that. Okay. There we go. Dude, I keep getting all these friend requests from people, and I'm like, I have to vet them, right? Because I have to see, like, is this someone I know? Is this someone that's like a representative of something, so it makes sense for me to accept? Is this person LARPing as a representative from something? And then I have to ask other people, hello, did you tell them to add me? And oh my god, it's so much to, like, just vet them sometimes, right? It's one of the more annoying things to figure out. Is this person who they say they are on Discord? So I prefer email. Be careful not to hit the friend limit. What is the friend limit on Discord? How many friends do I even have on here? I'm sure there are, like, a lot I could remove, not because I don't like them, but because I just haven't talked to a lot of people in a while. There were a lot of people that I befriended in, like, 2020, 2021. Just as fellow creators, and, you know, they were great, but I've literally not spoken to them in forever, so, you know. 1,000? Oh, I'm nowhere near. I don't go around friending everyone, so I should be fine. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm, like, nowhere near that. 305. I have 305, so it's like nothing. Nothing. Wasn't like 500, maybe they boosted it? I don't know. Yeah, you're going first, Batten. You're getting pruned. No, I think, I rarely hit limits like that because I try hard to avoid just, like, adding everybody. Yeah, they might have boosted it. You never understood people with 1,000 friends on Facebook? I was never a big, I don't know, a big social media person. You can tell because I try to use Twitter more, but I really just, like, don't. I try. But yeah, I'm just a boomer, and it's ironic because I've become a creator, which means like I'm very publicly in front of people a lot. But I was always someone who didn't like to be, and I didn't like posting anything ever, and I just didn't even make accounts on a lot of sites at all. So I don't know. I never liked it. Is linking Twitch and Discord mandatory for joining your Discord for the dailies thingy? No, no, that's if you choose. It's really for the points system if you care about that. And it helps you out. But you don't have to just interact in the Discord. You're leaving me Shoujo too? Yup. Yup, I am. Last day is tomorrow and then Saturday onward. Or I think there's like an official time like tomorrow night or something, but that won't affect you guys. So as of Saturday onward, I won't be. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. You were the first to join Facebook and the first to leave back in your day. Yeah. I think for me, the internet has always been a place to interact with creatively, but it was never a place I wanted to like be putting my real life on. I just didn't really want to mix those. So I kind of never did. It was really never like my intent. So when I saw that that was the direction it was going, I kind of put the brakes on early. So, and yeah, people can keep up with family through it, but I don't know. I just text people. I just text them. I do my check-ins. I have my calendar filled with everyone's birthdays, and on every single person's birthday in my family, which is a fuck ton of people, I text, hey, what's up? Happy birthday. Give me the updates. Here are my updates. And I just do that. And, you know, some of them, they'll call and we'll just talk for a while. And, you know, I just do my check-ins, Christmas cards, all that stuff. But I prefer that over, like, you know, trying to keep up with everything on Facebook. I felt like it would take too much time from me, and my brain would just be on what everyone else is doing all the time, and it just didn't feel like the right arrangement, right? And I would be genuinely curious about like what some family members are doing. I like seeing a picture of someone that had kids, you know, they're like, oh, here's my kids, you know, I'm like, oh, those are my little cousins. I think that part's nice, but I don't want to be inundated with every little thing everyone's doing, you know? So would you still do collabs with Nova? Your interview with them was great. I'm literally going to play Apex with Nagi and Ama on Thursday, next week. Yeah, I said to all the members, I sent them messages like, hey, this is the official date that I'm heading out and all that. This is the date that we're announcing it, you know, blah, blah, blah. Gave them the heads up. Either myself or staff for like translated messages and stuff. But it all contained the same content of like, you're my friend first, right? So if you want to do anything, I'm right here. Just DM me, you know? So that's basically the messaging that I wanted everyone to have, because it's not really different to me. So, you know, the company can still do things with their friends. Yeah, as a member, I am not restricted from doing anything with anyone. Like I can go to any friend of mine or any creator and just be like, I want to do this thing, and DM whoever. I could follow whomever, you know. And there is no staff member that has access to an account of mine or anything like that. Like there's none of that. Zero. So yeah, nothing really has to change. It's really just like if they want to reach out, they can. If I want to reach out, I can. That's all. But I think people just conflate a lot of things. Like we just don't operate in the way that people assume sometimes. Facebook's feed is like 90% ads and shit you don't even follow now anyway. Yeah, everything's so poop. That's the thing with Twitter too. I don't like the For You page. I always switch it to the category or like the little tab at the top for just following, to see things that my people I'm following do. But they also filter out, like, I just want chronological order again, which I can have on like TweetDeck, but the app doesn't like doing that. And what they do is they just give you posts from people that you interact with more. So if you like someone's post, they're more likely to show you that person's future posts. But I want to see the other people I follow too. Like, I followed them to see them when they post something. So, you know. I don't know about that. I don't know if I like that. Twitter filters out anyone without a blue check mark who you don't follow. Pretty much, for the most part. Isn't that terrible? Isn't that actually so stupid? Like, why have a follow button then, right? Why not get rid of the follow button and just throw everyone to the wolves at that point? It doesn't make sense. If GEEGA's leaving, Mishojo does not GEEGA stay. Not GEEGA's my alt channel. Really, I made the alt channel because there was a lot of stuff that I would play off stream to begin with. I'm a person who sleeps for like 4 hours, you know? So I have a lot of gaming time in my life. And I wanted to be able to, instead of just telling you, oh yeah, I played this game, oh yeah, I did that, oh, I was on the server, or whatever. I was like, I might as well just stream it so you can see it. There you go, you know? So it's just there for like putting my extra time on there, which is nice. Because I could do what I did before, which is stream, and then also play games off stream, and then never show you any of the other stuff, you know? But I thought it'd be nice. I mostly use it as a quarantine for GTA stuff, so it just gets quarantined there. So if you're here and you have like no idea what's going on with the server, you don't really like go for that stuff, you can just avoid it. But yeah, I do other stuff on there too. Some collabs and things too. If it's like not on one of my normal stream days, then I'll just do it on there sometimes. Or if it's like out of my time, if I usually start stream like afternoon my time, and then someone else goes and they're like, oh, let's collab at 9 p.m. your time, you know, and I'm not really gonna start a stream at that time, I'll go do it on the alt sometimes. It just depends if it's the kind of game where having my POV helps a lot, or if the POVs are all the same, then I just won't even stream it. But yeah, it gives me that option. But I really like having the alt channel, because otherwise stuff that I played off stream would have nowhere for you to ever see it. Nowhere, you know. And I like being live in general. I just like being live. So, do you function well at 4 hours of sleep? Yeah, I'm one of those people that has like the weird sleepo moment where my doctor was like, yeah, you're one of those. So 4 to 5 hours, I would say. And that's just how it is. You said, I don't like judgment when people terminate a working relationship on good terms and then try to make things dramatic for no reason. Well, they don't try to make things dramatic for no reason. People try to make things dramatic because, number one, they find it entertaining. It's truly entertainment for them because they don't find entertainment elsewhere enough. That's number one. And then number two, a lot of the people interacting with these things or making content about it, they're content creators, right? And they want to farm engagement or likes or something. So there absolutely is a reason. There are a lot of people on Twitter that, like, even though they don't make money, they don't get anything for likes, they want them. Because they value that for some reason. I don't know why, but they do. So, you know, there's that too. There's that too. Which I'll never understand, but it is what it is. Did you say you've seen some crazy takes about the alt or GTA relating to me leaving? What? Who's saying that? That never had to do with anything. What? You know, I have received some absolutely insane emails over the past couple years about stuff like that. Oh, Reddit. Okay. I think people cannot handle when someone does something that isn't what they want. That's really what I think it is. Right? Like, I've found something that I really liked, and I wanted to play it a lot. There you go. I really liked playing that game, and I really liked the community, the people I met through it. I made a lot of friends that I get along really well with. Of course, I had every reason to just want to be doing that a lot, right? Fun socially, fun mechanically. And that's it, right? Like, that's kind of the end-all be-all of that. So I did that. Here's the thing. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if you don't do what you like and you do what's like min-maxy, like you only play stuff that's like gonna do well on your channel, people will be like, oh, they only care about the numbers. They're just doing it for the numbers. There's no soul in their content. They're not in it for the love of the game. They're just in it for money, right? But then the moment you find something, you're like, oh, I want to play this thing that I like because I really like it. They're like, you are doing not exactly what I want. Therefore, I'm really upset about it. And I'm going to start making up every theory in the world as to everything around that, you know? So I feel like all of my friends experience this in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, if I like something, I'm going to do it. That's really all. I mean, if I were like here to min-max my success, I would react. Okay, here's what I would do. I would chat for an hour, then when I would react for 2 hours, then I would open a game and it would always be the newest release for another 2 hours, and then I would end stream because streaming more than 5 hours gives you diminishing returns. That's what I would do. Okay. Like if I were trying to min-max, I would also like collab with a fuck ton of people, especially people that just like benefit me for sure if I was trying to min-max. But no, I'm just like, yo, I like this game, opens it, plays it, like you know what I mean? Yeah, people go crazy, but they always they do this to every creator. This isn't unique to me. Yeah, perfect example. You said it reminds you of seeing someone complain NL wasn't playing Isaac, while in the same breath they stopped watching him because they were bored of him playing Isaac. Yeah, man. There's always been a lot of that. There's always been a lot of that. I had someone send me a crazy email. I've gotten several of these, but I've gotten some insane people emails, like crazy shit. And one person was trying to claim that like I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Because I think it was a time when, was it Matara? Someone was talking about how I like do a lot of work on the back end for the company. Like I do a lot. I've put a lot of hours into just a lot of stuff. I can't really say specifics, obviously, like NDA stuff. I can't give you like proprietary information, you know, but a lot of stuff, right? A lot of work behind the scenes. And she said that, and then this person like crashed out and sent this huge email about how I definitely don't or something, because you know clearly this guy's living in my walls and watches me all the time or something. But it was just weird, and I think if people don't see something in front of them, they think it's not real. I think it's just like internet object permanence. I'm pretty sure that's all that is. Like if I didn't see it, it's not real. If I didn't hear it, it's not real, right? Everyone in the company could say, oh yeah, she did this thing a lot, and they'd be like, but I didn't see it, and it's just like some guy in his room at his computer, you know. it's a lot of that. So don't get distressed, you know, if you guys see people saying shit that's obviously not true. It's usually that they have no ability to understand that things happen a lot and then they don't see it. There are a lot of people that think they know what my schedule is or where all my time goes, even though I tell you guys all the time that like I'll be gaming and working, right? You can't tell me you don't have like games open and then you get work done on the side. That's what I do too. I'll be like, here's the thing I do a lot. I log into the server and I like decorate a space. And while I'm decorating, if someone like calls my in-game phone, I'll like answer and talk to them. But on the side, I'm like answering emails, I'm putting shit together, I'm answering DMs, I'm going through, I'm messaging my editor about this thing, I'm reviewing my videos and then giving him notes on it, right? Like I'm doing a lot of the rote work. And then this dude in this email, he like crashed out about how much time he'd be like, I hear you on other people's POVs all the time, which means you don't do anything. And I'm like, does he think I'm like, I don't know. If you only hear me via phone most of the time, and when someone calls, they're like, you want to do this thing? And I'm like, I can't right now, but I could talk to you, I guess. I don't know, man. I think people just, it's just perception, right? Is he your boss? Apparently. Apparently, man. He's an empath. And I talk about this one. There were a lot of people that like sent crazy emails about the same shit. I can't tell. I kind of think a lot of them might be the same few people. I think, but I don't know. But I didn't really like read through all of them. I think that was like one of the first ones I got. So I read it and I went, okay, not all of it. I mostly skimmed. And I went, okay, there's nothing of substance here, and I ignored it. And then from then on, that was when I put someone else in my email, and I was like, hey, you're gonna check and filter stuff to me, because like I don't even want to open these, you know, like I just don't want to. So now I get told about them at most, but like again at most, but I don't even like read them, which is great. But I'm aware of like how many I get on like what topic and stuff, and it's crazy. A lot of this is what I was talking about when I tweeted earlier. Oh my god, we got I got so many insane emails like yesterday. Crazy. Absolutely insane, dude. It's a brother's telephone game, parasocializing. Yeah.
Do multiple things at once in
right.
their mind when the world has a lot of gray. It's either all or nothing, no in between.
Yeah, everyone does this with everything, man. So it's fine. It doesn't bother you at the end of the day, right? So we've seen you say you're on a work call in people's cars in GTA. Yeah, if I'm not streaming, that is like not my priority if I'm playing a game, right? And if I'm doing something in a game and then there's a work call I have to take or I have to send an email back or whatever, that's my first priority, and the game is just also open. This is something I can't tell you how many hours I played of Super Auto Pets on the side while working. I have a disgusting number of hours in that game because I'd be like playing it while watching a video and reviewing or whatever, because I just work better when like my hands are moving, right? Like I'm just doing a thing. I stay locked in. So I always, like, since the dawn of time, if the work I'm doing doesn't require like active typing or clicking or whatever, and I don't need to 100% be staring at a thing, I will just game on the side every time. Every time. How much do you have to pay for that mail filtering? It's someone who does a lot of different things for me, so I don't pay them for that specifically. I wouldn't be able to put a price on that. I'm not sure. I can't even imagine the shit people sent to you. Beetle, I should sit there and like read some out to you dramatically one day. It's really funny. There are some... I'll message you one right now. Oh, I loved backpack battles. I kind of miss it. I want to message you one, Beetle. I think you'll love it. I'll give it like a one-sentence description. It's so funny, man. The good news is, guys, though, like genuinely I have someone filtering stuff. So for me, like I can hear about things if I want to. I could also say don't tell me about them and they just won't tell me about them. But I don't have to read the specifics. I don't have to read a person's actual words, you know? And I really wish, I know not everyone can like have someone do that for them, depending on like the size of creator, but I wish everyone could. Because I don't know, some people get some crazy shit. Some crazy shit. Beetle just said, that's wild. Oh man. Yeah, I think I got the most crazy messages from people actually related to RP, related to the server. I think that was when I got a lot of the craziest, like just like weirdest theories and stuff. People assuming so many things between you and like every friend. People can't separate like a character you're playing as from you, the person, the streamer. They have a really hard time doing that. So I got a lot of like insane messages from it. And then I got that always from being in Bishojo too. A lot of people like saying crazy shit about like just us members and like our friendships, or we're trying to read into, not just between us, but with other people outside of the company too. Like just with everyone. Like I feel like if you're in a company, you get so many people suddenly trying to read into every little thing. And I knew it would be a lot, but it wasn't until I joined I saw it and I was like, Jesus. Like it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's insane. And the thing is, like, I wish I could sit here and just turn into content, right? Just tell you guys, like read through some of these, right? Because they're so entertaining. But I also don't want to give those people really specific attention, right? So I'll call a little attention to it in talking about something in a meta way, but I don't want to actually like read out a specific person's thing or something, because I feel like then you just drum up more of it, right? Or maybe not more of it, but you make that person feel something and they shouldn't feel anything, realistically, you know? But it'd be so fun. I think about it all the time. It'd be so fun for content, man. It would. But yeah, exactly. You said, right? They would like do it on purpose to end up being read out on stream and stuff. And like, I'm not a fan of that. That actually happens a lot with unban request streams. People will say shit to get banned, and then try to be in the ban request stream. Like if they don't really like the streamer, they don't really care if they can chat to begin with. They're like, oh, let me do this because I don't know, they get off on that shit or something. So that's kind of why I don't do those either. I don't know. If you don't do them regularly, I think it's okay. But if you make that like a regular thing, then you get people doing that. You do. No, I don't know. Even that's just the way things are. I hate that y'all have to go through stuff like that regularly. I see it as like, it's just part of the trade-off of being a creator. I think this is a great job to have if you're just looking at it from a job perspective, because it's also like really fun as a hobby, right? There is a lot of back-end work that is really tedious. There's a lot of stuff that's really annoying. There's a lot of stuff that's really difficult to deal with. But I see that all as trade-off, you know? I think if it were that bad, a lot of people just wouldn't be creators. Or it is that bad, but they have so much success, they're able to keep secure, you know? They're able to live somewhere where they're okay. They're able to obscure information, etc. Blah, blah, blah. And I think, you know, it just works out in the end for some people where this is still their best option. There are also some people that don't have much opportunity to do anything else, so there's also that factor, but I'm putting them aside for this, you know? But, oh my god. I can't say what Beetle's sharing, some crazy person he had to deal with, kind of similar to mine. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Makes me want to get in a call with some friends like this, like off stream, and just like let everyone trauma dump, you know? What's it like dealing with the weird parasocial people, though? I don't really deal with them for the most part. I have like pretty strict rules everywhere. I try to put layers of my mods in between me and people in some ways to make sure that I'm protected. Like I said, I don't even like sit there and read every email myself. I have someone else filter to me. Like they take the bad shit and filter it out so it doesn't get to me. I don't even open those, you know? So I try to take steps to do that. I think a lot of people, I'm not going to blame them overall for the whole scenario, but I do think they could take some steps to not deal with it so much. Like there are people that are like, oh, I keep getting these crazy Twitter DMs from insane people. And I'm like, why are your DMs open? Close them. Right? I haven't had a weird Twitter DM in years because I've had my DMs closed for years. If you get 90% weird shit or messages that you shouldn't respond to, even if they're not weird, and only 10% of them are useful, then don't have the DMs open, right? Like it wastes your time. But yeah, there are a lot of steps people could take. And then after you take all of those, pretty much the final frontier is some people just email crazy shit, or they say it out loud publicly. And then like, you know, you have to be like really insane to just be like typing this shit out at people. So for the most part, people just don't. That kind of filters a lot of them. You'll still get some stuff. There will always be a way for people to say something to you or something. But again, like I have someone filter my emails for me, so it's not really a big deal, right? Ryuko would absolutely stab a bitch for you. Yeah, I think the other thing is just cultivating a community that like can see it and call it out. Not cultivating a community that allows that shit and I was like, oh, that's okay. Right? Oh, it's okay that they said this horrible thing to you. They're just emotional right now, right? Or something like that. Like, no, you cultivate a community that does not play around with that shit, you know? And then if you have that, then you're surrounded by a group of sane people in your following and on your various pages and in your chat and all that. So when people do get weird, I find the pressure of a lot of people being like, hey, that's kind of weird, works a lot better than like just the creator being like, oh, this thing is crazy, because that's just a creator attention for them, right? So instead, like if someone says something really weird in this chat, yeah, a mod could get rid of it. But if a mod isn't around, you guys tend to just like use some emotes that like indicate to that person it was weird, and you guys are really good at pointing it out without like bullying that person, right? You guys are really good at just like posting like an email like, okay buddy, yeah, the newspaper one, like stuff like that. So I think, yeah, that's my, I know this is kind of like long-winded, but that's how you deal with that stuff. You cultivate the right community to handle it, you know? And then when you see weeds growing up, you prune them quickly, that kind of stuff, right? That's just how you do it. And you give degrees of separation between you and things. Don't give everyone access to directly talk to you all the time. Even if you're a small creator, you know, you reach out to people first. Don't make it so that they can just send you whatever they want, etc. There's nothing wrong with talking to people. You just need to have control of it, right? That's all. That's all, man. And then if you can just be consistent with that, you'll be fine. If you bring in a mod or two who gets that, you know, you talk to them like, hey, this is what I want, get rid of this type of thing, etc., then you're fine. Seems like you have quite a few people in your team simply help you stream. Is that typical? It's not to simply help me stream. They help with all the stuff that isn't streaming. That's the point. So I can stream. Yeah, I have a few people. I don't have like all of them full time or anything crazy. So I'm not like supporting that many people full time or anything. I don't think I could afford that. But I just need a few hours a week from a few different people with different skill sets. And that is enough to handle so much. So one of the most useful people I have is my editor, my head editor, right? He's essentially my content manager. He checks everything. He handles everything as if he's a second set of my hands. Like if I were doing everything with my YouTube stuff myself, he's there to be a second me. And, you know, we talk a lot. We're DMing each other constantly, talking about everything, but he can handle a lot of the tedious stuff. Or if I'm streaming and a question needs answering, he knows, right? He knows everything that I would want typically, so he can answer those questions, right? So that's probably like one of the most important people. I have an assistant who, again, like it's not a ton of hours, but they just check in a couple times a day to help with little tasks. What do you need today? And I just give a list. Do this, I'll handle this, you handle that, etc. People to bounce ideas off of is probably the most helpful thing, actually, because like creative juice gets used up real quick, especially when you stream and you're live for a lot of hours per day. And it sounds stupid. It sounds like it shouldn't be hard. And I thought before I was a creator that it shouldn't be that hard, but coming up with a content idea and sitting there and fleshing it out takes more time than you think. Like just a lot of time sitting there and working on it. Even if you're not tangibly making anything, just thinking through the logistics takes time. And then if you do that on an idea that's not that great to begin with, you've wasted so much time. So something that's really good about having like an assistant is if they get content a little bit, even a little bit, or they can just give you like a third party opinion. Like if you were a viewer, would you like this? And then you explain an idea, etc. Right? They can help you workshop things so you don't put a lot of time and energy into them before you figure out like, okay, is this even good to put time into yet? You know, that kind of stuff. Answering a lot of messages, answering a lot of emails, all of that. And then helping with like sponsorships and things, right? If I have a vendor that I have a good relationship with, like IO Interactive, right? The team that published Hitman, Mind's Eye, they do the 007 game. I have a really good direct relationship with them. And I can talk to them. But if I DM them back and forth all the time about everything they're doing, and then I also DM my dude from like XC to Marvelous all the time, every day about everything. And then I also DM, like there's so many people on this long list of vendors and sponsors and stuff that we communicate with a lot. It's so much emailing and messaging back and forth. So that's the main thing that I have an assistant do, is handle that stuff. I think that's got to be one of those time consuming things. And then for every project that you see get across the finish line, there are like 3 to 5 more that we sit in meetings and talk about that like never end up happening.
Community's kinda
That kind
like
of stuff.
phase one of helping get weirdos out. Second is
Yeah.
mods, then other systems.
Yep, yep.
Community, it's just a broad eyes on things that if something slips they call it out.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
for some / a lot of streamers is kinda like grounding for people to give them outside view.
Yeah, it's like all layers. It's all layers. And I think, keeping these chill comes at the community level. Don't keep people in your community that have the wrong vibe. Right? It's okay to say like I want to take someone out of my chat, not because they keep breaking a specific rule. You get like the rules lawyers when you want to remove someone. They're like, but what rule did I specifically break? It's okay to be like, hey, the way you interact is just not it, and I can't have you here. It's okay to do that. I think a lot of creators like they don't really have a strong ban hammer, but I think vibe banning is very okay. Okay, this is my house. This is my living room you're in. As I always describe it, you're in my living room, and I'm standing at the end of the living room talking, and you're all sitting on the couch watching, right? I'm having a get-together, and I do this every night. Sometimes a new person walks into the living room, like, yo, I'm here to hang out, and they sit down, and they're fine. They chime in a couple times, whatever. Sometimes someone walks in, and they pooped their pants, and they smell like shit, and they're standing in the corner, right? Now, maybe I don't have a rule written on the wall that says don't shit your pants, but everyone can smell them. Everyone's aware of them. They keep piping up, going, guys, I shit my pants. Some streamers will sit there and be like, it's okay, just leave him in the corner, just don't look at him. You know what I mean? And they'll just leave him. Whereas I'll be like, take a shower and change your clothes or you gotta leave, right? Like, you gotta change that behavior. That's how I see it. When you just like leave a chatter that isn't doing things right, and you should give people a chance. You say what's wrong. You time out, you delete a message, you say, hello, sir, this thing you're doing is a little odd. Hello, ma'am, this wasn't the vibe. Tap the sign a little bit. But you gotta get rid of people sometimes if they're like causing everyone else to have a bad time, I don't know. It's just better to do it that way. Because then your core group of people are people who get it. And people who might walk in and be a little odd, if they just see everyone acting a certain way, they're more likely to just look at that and go, oh, this is the vibe here. Okay. And then they can like kind of code switch and vibe check themselves. Everyone does this in like every chat for the most part, But you have to have like a core group of people that get it, cultivate it up, so when they walk in, they get it. It has to be clear. So, vibe checking people as if it's your house is a good way to put it. I always put it that way because I think that's how important it is, right? Like, that's your community. Those are your people, and you don't always 100% claim all of them, but you kind of do at the same time. Other people will think you do, right? I know as a creator, if I have a bad egg in here that reveals themselves, I'll be like, oh, we don't claim them. I know that. Other people will never see it that way. They'll always look at it and be like, oh, that person's from that community, therefore that community sucks. People always do that, right? And it feels different being in and outside of it. We all do this. So that's why I think it's important. The moment you see something's weird, you do something about it. Doesn't mean you have to ban people instantly, but you do something, right? That's just how you go. The second Ren slips up. Yeah, that Ren guy. If he says anything else, it's time. He's my chatter. I'll do it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just comfortable here. We vibe check pretty well, and we're doing great. That's it. VTubers tend to catch a lot of people who aren't very socially aware. Yeah, it's not VTubing, it's like the crowd that likes anime and games and everything has always historically had that. Which is fine. That's okay. You just have to be aware of that. And I think if you're going to be a creator in this space, you have to be able to understand these people that you're trying to communicate with and be able to accept them, be able to work with them. Like, you're going to have a lot of odd people because it's an odd hobby. That's okay. You got to adjust. If you don't know how to deal with them and how to interface with them, you have to spend time on that, because there's nothing like wrong with a lot of them. they just might communicate a little weirdly, or their like interests don't match yours or whatever. You just rage spoil. Shut up. But I think you know, that's important. That's kind of on you, the creator. Like, if you want to be a creator in gaming, okay, you're going to get a lot of people that like gaming. There you go. That's who you're playing to, right? So, I think it's important. It's important to understand these people. I don't know. I've seen it a couple times where I've seen like a creator have like a little bit of like a weird moment with their community. They have like a weird person come in, but the person's not harmful, not like the type of person I would say you have to prune out. You just have to like give a warning about something. And they just like don't know how to deal with them, and they're just like, that person's just so weird. And I'm like, maybe have you tried though? You know, like, are they weird, or did they say a weird thing? And if you point it out, they'll just go, oh, sorry, and never say a weird thing again, right? Like, I don't know. Understand the root cause can help find a healthy way forward. Always, yeah, always. I don't know. I mean, I've always been a stinky gamer, and I've always had stinky gamer friends. So, you know, you get used to it. Cottontail. Cottontail. Thank you for the raid. Well, come on in. Welcome, welcome. How was stream? How was everything going? How was it, man? How was it, dog? What was she doing today, guys? It's me. It's GEEGA. I'm in my living room or something. What was the activity of the day? Off Kai stories. Oh my god, wait, I'm so curious. I'm so curious. Okay, I saw so many tweets of people people talking about Off Kai and talking about the smell. Was it that horrible? Was it that many people, or was it simply 2 tweets that popped off and then everyone was like, oh yeah, I smelled that one guy too? Like how realistic was what I saw on Twitter as a representation of how bad Off Guy actually was? Like, was it actually that smelly is the question. According to Joel, not bad. It was the 4th floor stench. Only bad for you once. I didn't go to the party floor. Yeah, I heard about the party floor. I heard that term a lot, the party floor. Which I guess makes sense because people are like moving around a lot, I guess. They limited the after party because of the stench. Well, also like heat rises. A lot of the air's gonna rise, and then it's, you know. They covered the floor in saran wrap? Oh. Oh. It was that bad, huh? Uh-oh. I see. You said, I saw people talking about selling VTuber soap. Oh my god, do I have the hashtag advertisement for you. Boom! Did you know I am one of the only people, one of the very few people sponsored by Cheeky Soap. This is Moist Critical's soap company. Did you know he had a soap company? Now you do. Now you do. It's actually really good. He sent it to me. He sent me soap, okay? And the team was like, you don't have to take this sponsorship. We're just going to send it to you to try. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to take a soap sponsorship. That feels out of left field. But I was like, all right, I'll take your bar soap. They send it to me. I open the bar of soap. I use it to wash my hands. I go, oh, that's pretty nice. I really like skincare, by the way, so I do care about this stuff. I've just never really cared about bar soap. I've just cared about, like, face products, you know? So I'm like, okay, so I try it. I take another bar, put it in the shower, use the little shower bar, right? I do this. A week later, I have not touched, after that first week, I did not touch any of my liquid soaps at all, as far as like body soap and hand soap. I did not touch any of it. And it was just natural. I just like reached for it. And I noticed that, and I was like, okay, maybe I like this soap. And then the thing that made me actually want to take the sponsorship was after trying it for a month, 1 month later, I looked at the bar of soap that I put in my main bathroom. So like the spot where I'm always washing my hands multiple times a day, right? It's sitting there. I look at it and I'm like, you know, I've been using this shit for a month and it doesn't look any smaller. It looks like I barely touched it. Even now, it's been months. It does not look like I touched it. And I was like, you know what? I fuck with this soap because the brick was like not super expensive, but it was more than like you would spend on like liquid soap, you would think. But I wasn't going through it. You know, like the same way I was going through liquid soap. And I was like, okay, you know what? sold, and then I took the sponsorship because I really like the soap. Genuinely, I was like, I didn't think I would care this much about it, man. Anyway, my favorite scent is called Just Soap, and it smells like nothing. They have a lot of cool soaps. I'm gonna do some really fun stuff with them soon, but I don't know. I just really like it. I mean it. A soap that never shrinks. I mean, it does over time. It just barely moved. I've like, even now, I feel like I've taken like 10% off the top, and I've been using it for months as my hand soap. Is it edible? Mike ate some. So me and Jabroni Mike are their first two ever creators that they partner with. And we did a stream about it together, and he ate the soap. He bit the soap, he put it in his mouth, and I was like, no, because it smells so delicious, man. It smells so good. What their flavors they have? They got Pulp Francis, a citrusy. They got Spope, which is spa soap. It's like this eucalyptus one. It's really nice. They have Absolute Cinnamon. Smells delicious. Smells delicious. We're on a new topic, but I'll listen to you.
Which made a system to show others that have been weird / banned in other community that are
Ooh, I love that feature. Yeah.
Also, a lot of those
Yeah.
bars of soap exfoliate really well. I use them when I work calls. I work 12 hours shifts in 90 to 105-degree heat for like 90 to 80 hours a week.
12 hours. Yeah, well, that's what this soap is for, man. It's actually really good. Disclaimer, doesn't last as long as if you leave it wet in the shower. Oh yeah, okay, so I got really curious about like how soap works after this. I was like, how does it so good? And I asked the soap guy. I asked the guy who makes it, because it's made in the US. There's like it's like Charlie's friend who is interested in soap making, some guy they started working with on this stuff. And I was like, can I ask you how the soap works? And I started looking up a lot of stuff. And all it is you have to dry, when you make the soap, you have to dry it down and condense it a lot. Like a lot. And you have to let it have this really long drying process and this slow drying process. You have to do it at a certain temp, etc. So it's just how you finish off like the bar of soap being made. And that's why a lot of like the other little like cheaper hand soaps will be gone so quickly, because they're not like dried down. But also that's why they make those little soap dishes that have like raised ridges. It's because you're getting air under it so it dries quickly. Because keeping it wet is what makes it not last. And I just didn't know. I don't know. I was never really interested in bar soap before this. Like now I'm like supremely interested, but I didn't know before, and it was like a water thing. It was a humidity thing, and I was like, okay. So they sent me like, they were like, oh, you gotta try our soap tray, and they have this like silicone plasticky like thingy, this tray you can put it on that has like maximum airflow underneath. It was like, I care so much about bar soap now, man. I've been converted. But it's like one block of soap that I haven't even used 10% of. It's a $7 bar of soap. I'm gonna have this shit for over a year though. So I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of down with the bar soap. I don't know. You're glad it's not rebranded soap from the soap factory. Most of them are, yeah, most brands are. This one is not. I can literally DM the guy that makes the soap and talk to him. It's one guy, and I think Charlie made a video where he actually like shows this like room in a warehouse where the dude was like just making soap, and he did like a test bar to show him. It was cool. You feel the hyperfixation? I was just so curious because I was genuinely stunned when I realized like the soap bar didn't look like it got any smaller, but I'd been using it for over a month. Right? Like that, I had that moment where I was like, okay, now I really have to Google like what the hell makes soap good? Like what determines if it's good or not, you know? So now I care. I went from never caring about bar soap to now really caring about bar soap. I think the thing that really like made me feel good about it was Charlie made the soap brand not because he wanted to sell something, but he just was making it for himself because he's really dry. That's why he made it.
So the little exfoliating things in bar of soap is hard to get spread out through the bar.
Oh, these don't have those. These don't have those.
Soap with no smell due to having sensitive skin so much I can't wear deodorant, so I just double the amount I shower. Also love your soap.
Please keep your TTS shorter. You don't have to tell me about how much you love soap. But yes. No, I agree. These bars don't have anything in them. Not moist. No, Charlie is not moist. He's actually incredibly dry all the time. Someone was asking what's the soap again. Here you go. Here you go. Usecheeky.com. Usecheeky.com. But yeah, no, Moist Critical is really dry. And I'm not calling him a sham. I'm not saying he's a sham. I'm just saying he ain't moist, okay? He's dry. He's dry. Well, he's a bit more moist with the soap. Okay, it actually, like, legit does leave you less dry. And I can attest to this because I am the Sahara Desert personified, okay? If you walk up to me at any moment and you go on me, a bunch of dead skin will come off. Even if I just scrubbed my entire body, okay? You come up to me and go right on my arm. Boom. My skin will just... Yeah, ashy as hell all the time. Can't stop it. Even with lotion, even with everything on it, you know? I could cover myself in shea butter. It'd still be a little dry all the time. I just have really dry skin. So that's why I kind of got into the bar soap thing. I was like, you know what? All right, I'll try your soap. But now I really like it, man. I don't know. Natural snow. I hate that. I hate that. Ooh. It's true though, man. I don't know. My skin's so dry. And I love skincare. I got heavily into skincare a while back. Many years ago, because I don't love wearing makeup on my face because I like to touch my face like a freak, and if I wear face makeup I'll just scratch it off of myself and ruin it. So I was like, you know what, let me just get into skincare instead of trying to make my skin look better with anything else. Like I can't trust myself to not like peel all the makeup off of my face. So I got into skincare instead to try and just take care of my skin as best as possible and hope that makes up for it. So I liked skincare from like a face perspective. I just didn't really like, I didn't care from the soap perspective, but now I do. Now I'm the soapler. Hi, Ruben. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Hey, do I pronounce your name like San? What do I call you? San? I never asked and I never heard it said out loud. But I'm not afraid to ask. Please give me a pronunciation guide. S-on or San is fine. S-on! What? Ooh, I could be like Ladasha. S-dash-on. That's your name now. S-dash-on, welcome. You're pog-timing all over the place. Got back from Hawkeye feeling really pogathy. Oh, son. Okay, it's Dash On. Thank you for going to the chat. Son. Okay, welcome on in. Sadashon. Oh, Sadashon. There we go. There we go. It's beautiful. Your name is so beautiful. I really like pronouncing people's names wrong, but then sometimes if I never know the actual pronunciation, sometimes there comes a moment where you have to say the actual thing and then you're faced with like, now I have to admit that I've been spending a year saying this person's name wrong, but like I never knew what the actual thing was, you know? So I try to ask up front so I never have those moments. Because I've experienced that way too many times. Soapathon coming soon. Oh, I can't reveal too much, but we're working on so much shit, and you know what? I should do a soapathon. I should. I really should. I want to make soap. I want to contact the soap guy and be like, can I get a soap making masterclass? I really want to do it once. But you know what I want to do most? Rather than produce the soap, I want to cut the soap. I want to cut the bars into their bar shapes. I really want to cut the block of soap into bars. Ooh. I want to do it. The soap guy. Well, I don't... That's what I'm going to call him. Yeah. I feel like... Has he said his name publicly? I don't know. Maybe the taste tester? I mean, I'm not going to lie. Some of it tastes not too bad, but mostly it smells delicious. Delicious. It's so good. Anyway, I love soap. I love soap, unironically. My made Michi when she said she wants to make butter. I think making butter can be cool, but like churning gets real old real quick. Okay. You take a cheesecloth, you start squeezing some stuff out, you start separating out some solids, and then you start churning, and at some point, you know, you're like, man, I've been doing this for an hour. Is the butter done yet? It's cool, but, you know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I think it's easier to make some cheeses. It's easier to make some cheeses, like ricotta cheese. Oh, so easy to do. So easy to do. You just pour a little something something in there, squeeze it out, boom. Your cheese is half made. But butter is time consuming. You like making ice cream because you get to eat ice cream after. So true. So true. You're not wrong at all. Xenos, thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Phoenix, thank you for the 25 months. Other Phoenix, thank you for gifting a sub to S Dash on. Delectro, thank you for the sub earlier as well. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Ooh, yeah?
Ooh.
My mom used to make soap and she had this frame rig for pouring and cutting the soap.
That's what they have.
Warm the wires and then press the bars through.
Yeah.
Absolutely satisfying making a big block a bunch of regular sized ones.
That's what I want to do. I want to press the wire thing down and like cut all the blocks. Oh. I think in the video they showed the block in the mold at some point, and I was looking at it and I was like, God, I want to cut the soap. Right? Let me see if I can find the picture. Let me see. Let me look. Moist critical soap. Oh yeah, his video on it was called YouTuber Products. It's because he was like, he was basically saying like, I made a YouTuber product, but I wasn't trying to make one. I just made soap because I am dry. And then it was really good, so I said, let's sell it because it's really good. Like that was what the video was all about. Hold on. I want to show the moment of the soap pour because it's like a liquid first and you pour it into the mold. They're making their lavender bar. Oh, I love it because it's before it's hardened up, it's like this really gross color. But then after it dries, it looks really nice. But when it's in liquid form, it looks kind of gross. I think it's funny. Oh, here. It looks kind of gross. This is lo-fi lavender. Does it look nasty? It's just a liquid that they pour into the mold, and then you got that mold, you got this brick, and then you gotta cut it. It's so satisfying. So satisfying. I want to do it. It does, yeah, it does kind of look like ice cream before it's like hardened up, right? Sort of. You want to eat it. Yeah, it smells so good. I don't think lavender is a scent where I smell it and I'm like, oh, I want to eat it. But the citrus one, okay, I'm telling you, they got Pulp Francis, the citrus flavor, and they have absolute cinnamon. They smell so delicious, and I smell them and I'm like, it just like it makes me hungry. Like melted silly putty. It has that like sheen to it. It does. Am I stupid or is that gray? No, it's got a grayish tinge to it, but when it dries down, it's this nice purple. It's nice. Coriander soap bar would be cool, but some people would not like it. Oh, I love the smell of coriander. I love it. We did talk about like all sorts of different scents and things, and they're like, hey, if we send you like bars, basically since I'm like an ambassador, anytime they're testing stuff, they send it to me now. They're like, what do you think about this scent? What would you change? So I get to be a tester, and I get to smell like I'll get 3 bars that like are all variations of the same thing, and they're trying to like go for it, and I get to like smell them and give my big expert opinion on how the scent lasts throughout the day and stuff. I really like doing this. Yeah, I'm the soap lord. It's cool though, man. Yeah, I get to smell stuff. It's cool. A sommelier. Yeah, I'm the sommelier. I'm the soap sommelier. I don't know. I mean, is there like a soap scent you would want? Like your channel tags, groceries, and corn are so random. Oh, they have deep meaning here. Cancer survivors close to home. Oh, yeah. We've been through it. And by we, I mean me. What scent would you like, man? Oh my god, what if we... Oh my god. What if I asked them to make a corn scent? It's like that very light smell of corn, that very light corn scented soap. Would you do it? Red, it smells red. Hey, red could be it. No scent zero, please. They already have that. It's called Just Soap. It's this one. You see this blue one? Just Soap. It smells like nothing. They already have that. That's the one I use for my hand soap because my cats get really offended if my hands smell like cinnamon or spope or you know, Pulp Francis or whatever. If they smell that on my hands, they're like, and they like dodge me. So I use that as my body soap, and then I have the one that's scentless, unscented. That one's the one that's on my hands. Spope. Spope is really nice, actually. I think scent-wise, that might be my favorite one. They hiss at you if they do that. My cats don't hiss at me because they're beautiful, perfect little angels. And instead, they just do that weird slinky thing where you put your hand on their back and they like dodge downward and they look like a U shape. Like that. That's how they are. Smells like Mountain Dew Whiteout. Ooh. Ooh. Hear me out, cornbread. I don't know if I want to do an overly sweet smelling one. I was never the kind of person who liked what's the name? What's that Bath and Body Works smell? Oh, it's like vanilla sugar, warm vanilla sugar. That one. Every holiday season, Bath and Body Works in every mall is like warm vanilla sugar, our holiday scent, and it makes me want to throw up on the carpet. I don't like the smell of it. It's too much. It's way too much for me. So for me, I don't want to do like a sweet scent. You love it. It's your favorite. I'm glad you like it. I wish I could like it because it's everywhere. But it's just too much for me. It's too much for me, man. New car smell soap. Ooh. What about a soap for men? It smells like leather and an ashtray and like burning dead bodies because that's so cool or something. Like that's what men would like. Yeah. Gasoline. A real scent for men. WD-40 scent. What if I make it smell like super glue? It's got that really specific like cyanoacrylate smell that they all have. For a working man. A fresh cut grass scent for gamer branded soap would be so good. Oh, I'm glad you say that. Hold on, let me go to usecheeky.com. Hold on. Wow, what's that on their front page? What's that middle scent? It's called Touch Grass. And it smells like nice, fresh cut grass. It smells really nice. It's so funny you say that because they literally have that. Do you like the art for Pulp Francis? I really like that one. Touch grass is just the hand. Does it trigger allergic reactions? No, I'm actually allergic to grass. Like if you cut grass and then rub my arm in it, I will get all itchy. It does not do that to me. So, at least for me, it doesn't do that. But yeah, they have a grass scent. And it doesn't smell like grass like if you stick your head in the lawn and breathe in. It's just the plant. It's just the blade of grass, that like fresh, very green scent. It's nice. And it's light. It's light. Usually you get allergic to scented stuff, but you didn't have a reaction to the lavender. Yeah, they're pretty good. I'm actually really scent sensitive as well. Typically, like scented products on my skin. If it's a sensitive spot, like the inside of the elbow, like any spot that is really like softer kind of feeling skin. For me, when I use scented products on those areas, I feel like I get a little like red and patchy. And it doesn't always last forever. It's not like hives or anything, but it just gets a little sensitive. Like I flare up slightly. I get a little warm in the spot, that sort of thing. Yeah, these ones haven't really been doing that to me, which is good. Because I really like, I get itchy. I get itchy from stuff like that that's scented sometimes. Which is why, like, I always used to use unscented everything if I could, but yeah, these have been fine. These have been fine. Kuro said he's allergic to most common types of grass. Yeah, I have that issue. That's why I like being somewhere where most people don't really have lawns. Like, there's some little public areas that get cut, and like some sidewalky stuff. There are one or two people that might have a little bit of grass, but like, there's not much. Thank God. Because the grass pollen gets me too, like in the air. I'll be walking around, I'll be like, and people will be like, oh, what is it, the trees? And I'm like, it's the grass. I get very, very sneezy from it. Very much so. Oh, you get itchy, you get a rash from the bands that come in smartwatches. From smartwatches, really? That's interesting. Are they're silicone, right? Typically? At least I think they are. Now I don't know. Or maybe there's a coating on it that gets you. They might have a coating is my guess. I don't like that. You know what it might be too? It might not be the band what it's made from. It might be that silicone is something that you cannot pass water through. It is completely like water does not get through it. And so a lot of people get contact dermatitis and other similar things. They get little reactions from having their skin be covered by something that is completely locking out the ability for moisture to pass through. It's that idea of like letting your skin breathe. It might be that. This is something in skincare a lot of people need to know with their face. When it's summer, if you wear a heavy moisturizer, sometimes it's so heavy, there's all this heat, you sweat a little bit, there's not much quote unquote breathing, and that lack of exchange of air sometimes like makes people break out. So a lot of people, when it's wintertime and tends to be drier, they'll use a heavier moisturizer, and then they use something a lot lighter in feeling, and that's a little more porous, a little more like a light mesh of moisturizer over your skin instead of like a hard layer that's like no water can get in or out. A lot of people will do that. Yeah, exactly, because then you sweat, and right, it gets trapped underneath. So that might be why you get like that kind of wrist strap thing, because silicone is something that does that. Like if you have scarring and you want your scarring to be reduced a little bit, like visually, you can actually get these silicone bandages that you can put on it, and if you keep it constantly covered with that silicone, so no water escapes, you keep it, you essentially produce like this moist wound healing environment. They also do silicone bandages for, you can put little patches on your face to cover up like blemishes and things so that they heal down really nicely. It's the same idea. And you can actually reduce the visuals of some scars. You make them heal over just a little bit, make them a little smaller, a little less bumpy, etc. They kind of heal up slightly if you just keep them constantly moist. And the only way to do that is like with those silicone bandages. It's interesting. Thank you, Majestic. But yeah, I did that with some of my scarring because some of the way it was healing was getting a little bumpy, and they were like, you should put this on it and it'll help. And they've changed a lot. My scars look like nothing now, little lines. And it was a lot of it was natural healing. A lot of it was also the fact that I kept on top of it the whole time with like silicone bandages and everything to keep it, moist, which might sound a little gross, but yeah. You can also use Vaseline in a normal bandage. Yeah, you could just like normal Band-Aid, or if it's big, like gauze it with Vaseline. Vaseline is the same thing. Same exact thing. Sounds like what they do for tattoos. Yeah, when you saran wrap your arm and stuff. It's the same exact idea. In any material you can use to like not let any moisture escape and to keep a moist environment on the skin surface will help anything heal up. So yeah, tattoos, normal wounds, scar tissue, if you're really consistent, can go down a little bit. Stuff like that. The idea is it's anything that's occlusive. To occlude, an occlusive ingredients of Vaseline, silicone, plastic, saran wrap, right? That sort of thing. Occlusive just means like water can't pass through it. Nothing can pass through it. So that's, you know, put that on a thing and it can't get through. Ta-da. That's why a lot of moisturizers, you'll notice the number 1 or number 2 ingredient in it will be dimethicone. It's a type of silicone that's, you know, they put in formulations to be the main ingredient in there that covers up the skin and then doesn't let you lose moisture, so you stay hydrated, right? You don't dry out. It's dimethicone. And that's why you have to wash your face really well after putting on moisturizer, because the only thing that removes silicones from skin are surfactants, which are in soap. Okay? They're in soap. That's why shampoo is so important. And you have to shampoo well, because nothing removes silicones that are typically in conditioners except for surfactants, which are in your shampoo. Get it? I like this stuff a lot. I like soap. TLDR, I love soap. I love skincare. Anyway, buy Cheeky soap. It's pretty good bar soap. I like it. It's lasting me forever. Like, yes, I'm sponsored, but I also do care a lot. So I like it. I like it. I'm converted. Don't use conditioner, problem solved. Not many people are blessed with hair texture where they cannot use conditioner, okay? Not everyone lives in an environment where they cannot use conditioner. Some people, if they don't use conditioner, their head looks like it has, like, straw growing out of it. And, you know, you just gotta... Actually, if you don't want to use conditioner, you can use oil-based things that can be removed with irregular soaps and non-surfactants. You can do that. You have to look into, like, the curly method and all this shit. But it's possible, but it's more expensive brands that you have to use usually. Wait, you're leaving me, Shoujo Giga? Yeah. Yep, tomorrow was my last day. Ta-da. Tomorrow's my last day, so today's second to last day, technically. Yeah. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Big bar from Cheeky Giveaway gonna last through entropy. Yeah, 2 people won the giant soap bar that was literally like the... You saw the mold the guy was pouring it into? It was that, not cut into bars. It was just one giant chunk. So whoever got that is literally gonna have an eternity of soap. It's crazy. Crazy. We asked, because when we were doing the giveaway for it too, we asked Charlie if he would like pose with the soap. And he gave us like a picture of him just like looking pensive and holding the giant soap block. It's so good. Can I ask a question? You already did, but yes. Yes. Any summer break plans? There is no break.
Ryan here with the quick fire responses.
Yes.
She's leaving Shoujo. No, she's not graduating. Yes, she'll still stream. Yes, Sophie, she likes merch. Yes, you can frog wide in the chat.
That's right. That's right. What would I use if my hair gets dry really easily? Thicker conditioners, and you condition for longer. Okay, it's also technique. Here's what you do if your hair gets really dry really easily. Hear me out. Before you change products, use your same products, okay? You shampoo in the shower, you wash your hair, whatever. You're clean. You put conditioner in your hair, you make sure it's coated really well, use a good amount of it, and you leave it. You do everything else in the shower, and you leave that conditioner in for at least a full 5 minutes. At least a full 5 minutes. Then you rinse it out. No quick conditioning, okay? When you rinse your hair and when you wash your hair, anytime you're doing anything with your hair, do not let hot or likely like above lukewarm water touch it if you can avoid it. You try to use lukewarm, room temp water or cold water, preferably cold. If you can't handle that temperature, then what you can do is you can do all your stuff in the shower with the warmer water, condition it, whatever. Finish everything in the shower, get out, and then just in the sink or just like putting your head, if you have like the right shower head or whatever, you just cold blast your hair only, right, to rinse it. And then when you dry it, you towel dry a little bit, but don't overdo it. Don't try to towel dry it until it's dry. Just like sop up what's there. Then you plop. So if you have long hair or short hair or whatever, you put your hair on top of your head, just squeeze out the water, put it on top of your head, and wrap in a towel and just leave it. Let it just sit there for a while. Okay, and it does this like really, really slow air drying process. We just do shit around the house like that. And then after that, then you take it out and you let it air dry. You do this long ass process. But if you can let that happen, I promise it's going to be a lot better. And then if it's still bad, then you change products, right? You dry your hair so it's enough so it's like not dripping and then let it air dry. Yeah, I think air drying is best. Just don't use heat. Just don't use heat. But if you're trying to min-max, do everything I said as well. But yeah, don't use heat on it. You should be okay. And you just condition for longer. I think a lot of people, they don't put their conditioner in for long enough. So, what does the cold versus hot water do? So, your hair is mostly keratin, right? Which is a protein. And something we learned in class a long time ago. Heat denatures proteins. Denaturing is when you take the shape of a protein and you deform it a little bit. It like changes shape a little, and if it gets fully denatured, it means like it's become deformed enough that it's not even the same protein anymore. Like it can't interact with the same things anymore because it doesn't get recognized as that. So with the shape of your hair, you know, your hair looks like tiny scales overlaid under a microscope. If the proteins get denatured, basically they just slowly deform. Imagine if it was made of plastic and you just hit it with a heat gun and it just like got a little weird.
Wish I knew that
right?
about shampoo before. I was using silicone cork once and tried to clean up my hands with a solvent. I felt like a ranchogin for the rest of the day.
Ooh, not the caulk. Well, usually you use something even stronger to get that off of you, but yeah. But yeah, the TLDR is the hotness on your hair, because it's mostly protein, will just like deform it slightly at a small scale. So then you get frizzy, you get like the shaping being a little messed up. It doesn't stay together and smooth. It doesn't lay down nicely. It just starts to like be a little off, and not consistently either, right? Because people have curly hair, their hair is yes, the shape is a little off, but it's like in one curl pattern, right? And even them, if their proteins get a little denatured, their hair gets a little affected by the heat, it starts to frizz because they're not all being affected in the same direction, etc., etc. It just gets messy looking. So yeah, just try and keep the temperatures cold. So when you do that last rinse, air dry instead of hitting it with a blow dryer, that kind of stuff. And that helps most. And then after you do that, people do a lot of like oil-based products and things, or like, you know, leave-in conditioners or all whatever. But I think the cold water thing is very effective, because then it's like you're also getting rid of long-term damage to your hair. So, yep. That's how that works. In layman's terms, at least. Oh, good example. You said, as seen in egg whites, you heat them, they denature and go white and solidify. Yeah, exactly. With some post-corpo plans. A lot of specifics I can't say. I do have my 3.0 model, which is my main model that I use right now is my 3.1. So it's the same face body, but not the right outfit. It's like a different outfit. So my 3.0 has been being worked on for a while. I wanted to do it earlier, but I really didn't want to do it like while in VShojo and then leave right after, you know? I wanted to like wait until everything was done and then do it sometime later. And then that also gave me more time to start on some other things. So now I'm waiting for some other stuff too to be done at the same time. So it just meant I ended up planning more. So I have that. I have one other outfit being rigged right now for some time after that. I'm still working on timing with that. And then I have another one being drawn. So like the pipeline is, you know, those three are right after each other, daisy chained. I just don't know when they're happening exactly. And then there are a lot of projects. There are a lot of video things that I wanted to do. Video-based ideas that I had to put away, that I'm now taking out of retirement, right? And working on. Because I had ideas to have a couple of rotating series type things on YouTube. So now I can like get back to that. So I have one that I'm grabbing people for. That'll be good. And then I have one that I want to do completely solo, because I also don't want everything I do to have to rely on other people always to film it with me, or to film for me, or whatever it is, you know? So make sure I have some stuff that I can just do myself. Because anytime I just do it myself, you know, it can get done that same day that I feel like doing it. So a lot of video things. There are a lot of industry things as well. I just can't say what they are, but a lot of stuff with games and companies and stuff like that that I'm moving full steam ahead on. And those I'm really excited for, but I can't give any specifics. But they're really cool. I can say that much. I'm excited for them. They're really cool. Hi, Octo. But yeah, we got cool shit. That's as specific as I can get on them, realistically. But we have cool shit. And then I think that's all I should say specifically. Yeah. There are other ideas. There are other things that are in the works too. Semi-regular educational video series where you get into the advice you commonly give scripted instead of as a chat convo. I mean, that'd be nice because when you script things, you can also go through and make sure like everything's 100% correct. You give the right nuance to it. You don't leave stuff out. When I talk about stuff on stream, I'm just talking, right? I'm just talking. So like there might be something that I leave out or that's like not entirely correct because I just talk about part of it or whatever. So the idea of scripting stuff like that is nice, but also I'm not talking about things because I want to be educational and because I want people to come here and be like, she's so smart, she tells me everything and I don't have to think. I don't want that. I just talk because I find it interesting. That's it. That's really it, you know? And I feel like once I get into the business of like making scripted things for educational purposes, there's some stuff I could talk about, but other things where I'm like, I don't want that to be all I do, right? So like when people ask questions in chat, I love answering them as best I can, but like, I don't know. I like talking about other stuff too. You know what I mean? You know? Like someone asked the hair question. I was like, oh, I know about this because I looked it up. I don't know about this because I claim to be the god of hair and I know everything. And I studied hair in school. I didn't, you know? So like, you could just, if you want like really good information, you could just go on YouTube and be like, let me find someone who is like a professional to tell me about this. You know what I mean? So I like talking about it because someone asked me specifically. But I don't want to put myself out on YouTube to be like, you should listen to me talk about this because I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Thanks, Cleo. Hello. Does that make sense? Like, I know there's not functionally too much difference, but it's like, I feel like there's a perceptive difference. Does that make sense? I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say. I think I'm describing it successfully, maybe. I don't know. I feel from my perspective, there's a big difference between someone came here and answered a question and I answered it, or asked a question, I answered it. And then my editor went, okay, I'll make a clip of that. Versus me going, let me make a video dedicated to this topic. I feel like I only want to do that if I actually feel like crazy confident on the topic. Or I'm like, I have a unique perspective, so I want to make this thing. Otherwise, I'm just chilling out and talking, right? Nah, I mean, guava or pineapple? Guava. I'm actually a little bit of a pineapple hater. A little bit. I don't like the sharpness of it, which is funny because I like a lot of other sharp things, but for something about the way pineapple tastes is just not it for me. So I'm gonna pick guava. I'm gonna do it. It tastes spiky. Well, it's also there's that, I don't remember the name of it. There's that enzyme in it that gives you that little tingly feeling because it's breaking some shit down. There's that. I don't think that feeling bothers me too much. Amylase, thank you. I don't really love it that much, but bromelain. Which one is it? Are they related? Hold on. We're Googling. Is amylase the one that you produce? Yeah, bromelain is the one that's found in pineapple, right? It's a group of enzymes breaking down protein. We know that. Amylase. Yeah, amylase is the one you produce, I'm pretty sure, right? Because amylase breaks down complex carbohydrates like starch into smaller, more easily absorbed. Yeah, amylase is the one that you make in your mouth. That's what I thought. For a second, I was like, wait a minute. When the second person said bromelain, I went, that sounds more right to me. I wasn't sure. I had to look it up. There it is. It's the enzyme that makes bread sweet. Yeah, because it's turning into simple sugars. Amyleds are screens. Yeah. Good job, Sakura. Good job. Pineapple's really good at tenderizing meat. Yeah, there are a lot of ways where people will tenderize meat with citrus and everything. It's for that reasoning, right? It's chemically tenderizing it rather than physically tenderizing it, right? Instead of smacking it with a hammer, which does work. It breaks down the fibrous structure, I should say. That's what they did to me when they cut me open. They smacked my shit up, and now my muscles are weird. my fibrous structure in the spots where I was opened up got a little weird. So when I work out, I feel funny. Smacking your meat is so cathartic. Hey, I love cooking too, buddy. I love cooking. I agree. Whatever that guy said. Ugh. Okay, I treated myself today. I had a Mountain Dew, but now I have to drink a lot of water. Because I feel like anytime I drink a little soda and then I talk a lot, I feel like my voice dies way faster if I don't like drink a fuck ton of water. I think it's so sugar tends to dry things out. If you bake, you probably see this a lot. The more normal white sugar you add, especially, it just locally pulls out a lot of moisture. And I feel like drinking something sugary, because the liquid goes through you, right? And then there's sugary residue left. I feel like it just dries your mouth out. It just dries you out, man. Even if you're net positive on hydrating from drinking it, there's more water than other things. And the caffeine too. Yeah, that's very true. I get that when I drink tea. I have a lot of decaffeinated teas for that reason. For that reason exactly, because I feel like when you're streaming and you're talking a lot, if I drink a normal tea, not a good feeling. You drink like a liter of water after drinking a bottle of soda. That's a lot. You know, I do the same though. Like I just have to drink water after. Ugh. Water's the only acceptable drink. The Hydro Homies. Oh, there was a time when it wasn't called the Hydro Homies, man. It was a dark time, but a good time. I'm also a Hydro Homie. I mostly just drink water, and I get kind of freaked out when people drink nothing in front of me that looks remotely like water. They only drink coffee and soda and all these different things. I hate going out with friends somewhere or family somewhere, and they're like, let me order a Coke, and then they don't have water on the side with it, because I'm just so used to, you know, even if I have something else, I just like chug water after and then keep sipping for the rest of the day. I don't know. It's the only real drink. I won't say it's the only acceptable drink, but it's the only real drink. For sure. Same with most alcoholic beverages. Oh, always. Always you have to cut it with water, man. You said people be forgetting yogurt. People are not yogurt maxing. Where did this come from? I don't think you're wrong, but I think you're right actually, but where did that come from? I like your point. Expand on it. 100% agree. Though I will say, I don't like yogurt. I don't like it. I'll still eat it though, because it's good for you. I'll still put up with it. But I'm not a yogurt liker. Yeah, unless you're like going to the restaurant, you're like, yo, can I get a glass of yogurt? Can I get some of that? That's a different story. What about pudding? Pudding's okay. I don't really like sweets that much, which might be one of the reasons I don't love yogurt, is like the sweeter ones I really don't like, and then the non-sweet ones is okay. It's all right. What's wrong with it specifically? It's not my favorite flavor. It's not even, it's not the texture, it's just the flavor. I'm like, eh. No Yakult. That's the one that I do like, because that is in a little drink. It's flavored a little differently. I enjoy it. I fucks with it. I fucks with it. I do. For you, certain kinds of yogurt have an acidity to them that tastes like barf. I agree. I agree. Certain ones, yeah, it straight up tastes like bile a little bit. Not completely. Not completely, but a little bit. And I will still eat some of those, but it depends on the brand. It depends on how it's made. Some of them are just, I don't know. I do like yogurt in other things, though, as like a sauce base and in cooking. I think you could do a lot with it. But yeah, just eating it alone, no thanks. True yogurt's not supposed to be sweet, it's supposed to be sour. Absolutely. That's the type I'm talking about, that you mix with a lot of things to make sauces and stuff. I will say, make a sauce out of it, put a lot of herbs in it, and then just throw it in like stir fries with meats and stuff. Ooh, it could be so good. It could be so good. Found it. Yogurt male affirmations. I see where you go with that. I got you. Read / me reads title. Huh, a lot of big names going indie lately. There are ping in the chat. Yeah, well, I am. Yep. Oh, I hate this. You said put some berries in that gurt. You called it the gurt? Ugh. Ugh. Get that gurt. I don't like it. I don't like that. Disgusting. Sorry, I just I need to reply to a DM and it's Ugh. I can't tell you what I'm laughing at. I just want you to know that I read something very funny. That's all. I read something real funny. Just imagine it. Just imagine something funny and laugh, and there you go. There you go. If you had too much yogurts that make you gurty. Gurty! Yeah, good one. Thanks. Thanks. It was real good. Batten, you know, I'm so glad that you never forgot about Pepe Laugh HD, because it's a personal favorite emote of mine, and I feel like a lot of people forgot about that emote, but it really just looks like a dude with like a neck that's just so much skin on it, you know? It just looks so bad. And I really like it. Personal favorite. All right, let's go play a game. Let's go play a game. It's time. Hold on, let me make sure that I have this thing ready. I have to get my cartridge, I think. Let me see. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, hold on. Let me go find it. Let me go grab it. We're gonna start a playthrough of Super Mario Sunshine, the greatest summer game of all time. Okay? So I'll be right back. Let me go grab it. You said killing Ace if it's bad. I'll listen to the song while I'm getting my game card in this bitch. Ooh, there it is. I got my game card. All right, here we go. Here we go. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Okay, hold on, let me... I gotta get this thing in my... Oh, I'm so not used to taking the Joy-Cons off of the Switch, too. I'm so not used to that. I keep doing it too gingerly, like I'm gonna break it, which I know realistically this console is made so that a child could throw it against a wall and it would probably be okay. Because that's what they do with Nintendo products. But I like do it so gently. And I really don't need to. I'm not gonna break it. I feel like my alerts got quieter. Do you feel like that alert was a lot quieter? Let me adjust some shit. Yes. It's not just me, right? I think TTS is quieter as well. Okay. Okay, I think I know what it is. I'll bump something and that should hopefully do that. That should hopefully help. Okay, and then let's do... Let me open this. We're gonna get to Super Mario Sunshine. It's time. Wish Numi would release that as a full song and then just have you break it down in the music video. Well, she didn't make that song. That was just her talking on stream and then Oshi remixed it into a song. That's all that was. So if anything, the person who owns the song is Oshi, actually. Okay. Okay, let's go here.